You can probably tell from my speech impediment, so I was diagnosed as Irish from a very young age. Fun, it's fun. I love being here in New Zealand. I love it. Your property managers, though. Ooh. The property managers take very big license with the term fully furnished. Like, I was looking at this apartment and I went in that the bed was made out of wooden pallets. The bedside table was made out of wooden pallets. The coffee table was made out of wooden pallets. I'm like, New Zealand is the only country I can live inside a house and still feel homeless. Like, what the fuck is going on with your houses? It's like you can build a house that will survive an earthquake, but not winter. You'll test for meth, but not damp. Like, what the fuck's going on? Like, I like my apartment. It's small, it does the job, it keeps my ego in check. You should be doing better, right? But it makes sense, All the appliances, they make sense. I have in the bathroom a washer, dryer. We've all seen those before? Fantastic, you're living the right life. Okay, now in the kitchen there is an oven combined with a dishwasher. I don't know about you, but that seems illegal to me. Like, I consider myself a good cook, but when my girlfriend's like, is the chicken in the oven? I'm like, there's a 50-50 chance. And I rang the property manager, I was like, hey, wait, dude, what the fuck, is this on the level? He's like, Shannon, don't worry about it, it's totally on the level, just so you know, the tradie will be around next week to install your toaster shower. But you might be fucking with me. I'm not like most comedians. I have a podcast. I have a very loyal fan base. My mother. I was interviewing a guest, and she's a sex-positive poet. We got into it. It was like, orgies, orgasms, yes, you can have them. And all the while I was like, my mother's fucking listening to this. I finished the episode, and she's like, Shannon, that was a great episode. Kate's great. Like, has she got any books I can read? I was like, yeah. So it was my mother's birthday, and I'm a good son, so I bought my mother a book called Squirt for her 65th birthday. And Kate, being the amazing human being she is, wrote a note to my mother, which said, I hope all your orgasms are explosive. Now, my first mistake was reading the note. My second mistake was sending it back to Ireland. My third mistake was receiving the phone call from my mother, and she was like, Shannon, I absolutely love that book. My dad was also on the call, and he's like, great book. I was like, did you read it? No. Anyway, it got me thinking, what age do you think is a good time for your parents to die? Seriously, you've all fucking thought about you vote for euthanasia, don't fucking look at me like that. No, like, for me, it was normally when I sent an instruction manual on how to squirt back to my mother. But I thought about this, like, when you're a kid, your parents are your heroes, you want them to live forever. When you're a teenager, you kind of say you want them dead, but you can't cook, so you're like, fucking... You're like, I'll stay. And like... I'm in my 30s now, I'm like fucking, just do the house. I fucking hate my toothbrush. I hate my toothbrush. I got a new toothbrush, it's electric, and it's timed for 3 minutes. And every time I brush my teeth, it reminds me of the 32 years I've never brushed my teeth for 3 minutes. I'm just going, oh my fucking God, is this what 3 minutes feels like? It's no wonder I lost a tooth last year. I was in the dentist getting it taken out. She's like, I'll have you back in 3 months for a replacement. I'm like, a replacement? I'm leaving this hole in my mouth as a threat to the rest of the teeth. Anyway, I haven't been asked back. Yeah, so like, I'm Irish, I'm a sober Irish man, I'm sorry. But I'm a sober Irish man, look, I have what you have, an addictive personality, right? So I've stopped drinking, right? But I found jelly babies. Right, now that seems better than alcohol, but I'm diabetic, so it's much worse. And I buy them in bulk, and I was in New World, and there's this little girl in front of me, and her dad was behind her. She's like, "You just get one scoop," and I was like, "Your dad sucks." It's my turn. I was fucking pumped, and I just got in and I just started fucking boofing everything. I looked at the kid. I was like, "Life gets better, kid. Life gets better." And by the time I finished, like half a kilo worth of jelly babies. Now that's too many jelly babies, but I didn't want to let this kid down. So I went to the self-checkout because I have self-respect. I don't want to look another human in. Is that for you? Like, yeah, go fuck yourself. And I got to the self-checkout. Now it's $27 worth of jelly babies. That's too many for one human to consume. It's also more money than I had in my bank account. But I'm a responsible adult in the eyes of the bank. So I have a credit card. So I put those motherfuckers on the credit card. Now, I'm responsible, but I have not paid that $27 back yet. So I'm now in a position where I'm paying interest on a loan from the bank for jelly babies. Just because I wanted to prove to a child that life gets better. So I'm working on myself is what I'm saying. I've looked into our modern society, and I was like, how can I become a better person? And one of the things I looked into is pronouns, right? You know, he, him, they, them, her, she. It's fantastic. We should all get behind it. There's just one group of people you can't ask what their pronoun is, and that's a straight dude. That's a straight dude. What does he identify as? You'd be like, oh, me, a bit of legends. I've been shut up as a girl. Thank you very much. Fantastic. Oh, everybody. Oh, that's one more.